Let's just get straight into the material today. Settle in, clear your mind for a second, listen closely. We're looking at a truth that, frankly, most people spend their entire lives trying to avoid. Because the reality of building actual, enduring strength, whether that's mental, physical, or emotional, is fundamentally misunderstood. You see, the routine of truly strong people is not motivating. I know, it sounds like a contradiction. You probably clicked on this explainer looking for a spark, right? Some profound reason to push harder tomorrow. But we need to shatter that expectation right out of the gate. The routine of the strong, it isn't motivating. It is profoundly, undeniably boring. So, part one, the motivation myth. We really have to unlearn this lie. Society has completely misunderstood how growth actually happens. We've been sold this loud, colorful, cinematic story about what it takes to evolve. Look at the contrast here. The expectation versus the reality. People expect progress to be this series of intense movie montage moments, massive bursts of motivation, high energy, the stars perfectly aligning. But the reality? There's no emotion in it, no spectacle. We've got to strip away this lie that progress requires hype. True resilience, the kind that lasts, lives entirely in the quiet reality of the unglamorous. Which brings us to part two, the power of repetition. Living for the basics. We need to shift away from chasing those adrenaline peaks. Strong people, they direct all their attention toward the unyielding mechanics of just doing the basics. Wake up, train, repeat. I mean, it looks almost too simple, doesn't it? But that right there is the secret. It's just methodical, identical, entirely unexciting steps executed every single day. They put in the work, especially on the days they absolutely do not feel like it. Because the absolute bedrock of everything is consistency. And let's be clear about what that word means. It's not a burst of passion, it's executing those basics daily, with zero emotion and zero spectacle. It's a rigid, almost mechanical adherence. Think about it. You don't need an inspiration to tie your shoes, right? Well, you don't need inspiration to build your life either. Part three, the weight of consistency. Let's talk about why it's so hard. Carrying this relentless routine is a heavy burden, and it's absolutely vital we understand why it feels so heavy on your shoulders. It's hard because, well, it isn't exciting. There's no adrenaline rush, no immediate enthusiasm. When you wake up and do the exact right thing for the 50th day in a row, nobody sets off fireworks for you. This absolute absence of immediate emotional reward is exactly what makes this path a crucible. It forges resilience precisely because it simply refuses to entertain you. Hundreds. Just look at that word. What builds a strong life isn't a handful of highly inspired, magical days. It's ordinary days executed well and repeated hundreds and hundreds of times. The sheer volume of ordinary, boring effort required is honestly staggering. And here is perhaps the most sobering truth we'll cover in this explainer. These ordinary days, they have to be endured in the dark. Without recognition, without applause, without any external validation whatsoever. You have to do the work when the only person watching is you. Listen, if you require applause to keep moving, I promise you'll stop the exact second the audience looks away. Moving to part four, the silent results, the stoic reward. There is a payoff to all the grueling, uncelebrated repetition. Let's look at what actually awaits those who can endure the boredom. This is where the great divide happens. You see the contrast? Most people fail because they're constantly seeking excitement. They get addicted to that thrill of a new beginning, and they abandon the entire process the very moment it becomes routine. But true evolution strictly demands unwavering stability. The routine of the strong doesn't exist to impress anyone. It simply works. Stability is silent. I want you to take a second and really let that minimalist truth sink in. Genuine growth doesn't make a lot of noise. It happens quietly, in the early mornings, in the lonely training sessions, in the completely unglamorous meal prep. It lives in that silent commitment to just keep going. This quote right here really captures the absolute essence of what we're talking about today. It's not about feeling motivated. It's about doing, even when there is no emotion at all. Consider this a mentor's maxim, etched in stone. It's time to redefine your idea of success. Success is flawless execution, completely without the need for inspiration. Which brings us to our final question for you. Are you ready to stop seeking motivation and start enduring the silence? I want you to reflect deeply on your own resilience today. Stop waiting for a magical feeling to push you forward. Embrace the profound boredom of the basics. Rely entirely on consistency. If you can do that, those silent results, they will inevitably follow.